Hey y'all, first of all, I got a new phone and I haven't taken the little clear plastic off, so it's a little blurry. But let me tell y'all about my bougie ass. First of all, I don't consider myself to be bougie, but just let me tell you how quickly you can get used to the new, right? So y'all know I have a Nissan Altima that I got probably, what, 2 years ago? And the car that I used to drive is a Hyundai Sonata. And I got that probably, I don't even remember, like 6 months into me working at my prior employer, right? So anyway, the Hyundai doesn't have a backup camera, and it starts with the key. But my Nissan Altima has a backup camera, and it starts with push button. So my husband comes to my job to pick up my car because my car keeps telling me that something's going on with my rear tire, and every time we get in it, he put air in it, but then that notice keeps coming back on my car, so evidently something's wrong with my tire. I got a fancy car, right? So he comes, we switch cars. I have to, this is why I always keep keys to everybody's car on me, because you never know when you might need to use somebody's car, run to their job, run home, or whatever it is. So I keep keys to both cars. He actually keeps only his key to the Hyundai, which I tell him all the time, what if you needed to come pick me up or come pick up my car for some reason? You need to have my car. But I digress. Anyway, so he drives my car and he does whatever, and I'm looking at my car right now, so he probably went and changed the tire or something like that. That's what hubbies do. That's what they're supposed to do. Thank you, hubby. Love you. So I'm in his car, right? I get in his car and I'm like, okay, first of all, where do I push the button? Where? Tell me, where do I push the button to start the car? And I'm like, oh, it's a key. Let me put in the key. So I'm sitting here like, oh, this is so ghetto. Then y'all, I'm home, right? So, okay, let me turn the car off. So then, now mind you, in order to even push the button to start my car, I have to put my foot on the brakes in order for it to let me use the push button function, or to turn the car on in general. There's no other way to turn the car on unless I do my keyless start, right? Or my remote start. So, you know, I'm like, okay, geez, I don't even have to touch the brake to turn the car on. I could just turn it on with this key. Then I get here, I'm parking his car, I'm backing it up, because that's how he normally does. He backs his car up into the parking spot so he can just drive right out in the mornings. So I'm sitting here backing his car up and like looking for the rear camera, and I'm like, wait a minute, this car don't even have a rear camera. The ghetto-ness. And I don't mean that, because listen, y'all remember me driving this car, this Hyundai, right? I drove it for, 2 years? And then when I started my new job, I started having issues with the car. And so we let it sit for a while. And then my husband's Impala broke down. And so we just, since we were already still paying a note on the Hyundai, I was like, okay, well, we'll just get the Hyundai fixed. We'll sell your Impala and we'll just keep the Hyundai. And I got me a brand new car. But when you have to switch back to keys versus push start, or not having a rear view camera versus actually parking and parallel parking by yourself, I'm so glad I'm 42. Because otherwise, with you new people who don't know nothing but the push button and the rear camera, y'all be messed up. But that's just, my bouginess for the day. I just had to make myself laugh, make y'all laugh real quick. I ain't bougie. I drive that car if I need to. If I had to go back to it, I definitely would. And as a matter of fact, specifically, because that car payment is $300. Yeah, I drive that in a minute. Happy Friday. I hope y'all have a good weekend.